Everybody. You are here for the free hypnosis session with Rochelle Cook here at Joymind Hypnotherapy. You are in the right place. So, welcome in. We're just waiting for some of our friends to log in, maybe taking a break from work. Maybe you are relaxing on the couch this Thursday afternoon. Maybe you're starting your day. It's early morning for you. Wherever you are, maybe just dropping in the chat. Hello, welcome, Noelle. As we're waiting for people to come in, I would love for you all just to drop one thing in the chat. What are you coming into today's session for? Why are you here? What are you hoping to walk away with? And so we're going to read all of this and make sure that one, the hypnosis is designed. So Rochelle's going to curate a little bit of hypnosis that's on theme with what we're looking for today. And also that's going to help us to answer some questions. So we're going to have a Q&A portion towards the end. This is perfect. Yeah, Lisa, Peace, Christy, welcome. We want to get unstuck. Carolyn, thank you so much for that. Matthew, hoping to achieve some serenity and calmness. Yes. Anxiety, we're coming in with some anxiety. Yes, you're probably speaking for a lot of people in the room. Grief, thank you, Kelly. There's so much power also in knowing this is what I'm holding. I'm holding this really heavy thing, this anxiety, this grief, this insecurity. And for the next 30 minutes that we have together, this is going to be an opportunity to let that go. So what we're going to do, I'm going to just give you a little bit of heads up. Before we even get into hypnosis today, it is important to know that you have already been hypnotized today. It has already happened without you even knowing. So if you're thinking, oh, I've never done hypnosis before, I'm actually really nervous, what is this going to feel like? You've actually felt it. So whether you are scrolling on your phone, maybe you found us actually on a doom scroll late at night when you were in a numbing phase. Maybe you're somebody that gets lost in music. You can actually feel your mind transporting to another decade or a special memory. That is a form of hypnosis. Watching a scary movie, and these are characters. None of it is real, but this is no ghost or zombie coming for you, but you feel that heightened state. That is hypnosis. And then the best one, I think almost everybody does it on your commute. If you are walking, driving, taking the train as you're moving, you're not really paying attention. All of a sudden you miss your exit. You miss your stop because your mind is somewhere else. And that is a hypnotic state. So we're going to go into all of this on today's session. We're going to start out by learning a little bit about what is hypnosis and what is it not. So for this to even work on you, for you to actually have benefit from hypnosis, you have to feel calm. You have to feel that this is safe. So we're going to tell you a little bit about the science of what's going on. Then we're going to do a bit of hypnosis. So Rochelle's going to come on and guide you into a relaxation hypnosis. A lot of the words, the panic attacks, the grief, the anxiety, repetitive thinking, that's going to alleviate a little bit today. It's not a one-on-one session. Yes, we're going to talk all about this. So then we'll open up for Q&A. So if you have a question that you're like, I don't want to miss this, I don't want it to get forgotten, go ahead and type that into the chat right now. We'll still come back to it towards the Q&A, but we'll make sure that Anastasia is here in the chat moderating, and she'll mark your questions so that Rochelle can get back to it at the end. We don't miss anybody. Okay, so now I'm going to introduce Rochelle Cook, one of the founders of Joymind Hypnotherapy. She's been doing this work for 30 plus years, so longer than Joymind has been alive. Rochelle has been practicing one-on-one hypnotherapy, group sessions, seminars around the world. She's been written multiple books on trauma and relationships, so that's primarily her specialty. And what you will find through hypnotherapy is so much is tied back to the inner child, your past trauma, and your relationship. So Rochelle's number one quote, if you ever work with her, which all of her clients know this, is that we adults become what we learned as children. So I'm going to have her explain a little bit more of what that really means and how we got here, how we got to Rochelle's practice into now Joymind.
Hello, everyone. So I actually used to have, I live in LA, so I had an office in Venice Beach on Abbot Kinney, Great Street, and Beverly Hills. And I saw my clients there. And then we, Joymind, which I'm really proud to say, is the largest platform in the country for hypnotherapy. We worked very hard to make this happen. And the reason why we've done it is because we know it works. I've done this for a long time, and we know it works. So we want to help as many people as possible. And in many cases, we can be the first step to getting help. So we don't hear people say, well, I've tried this and I've tried this and I've tried that and I've tried this and I've tried for years and years. And then they finally find us. And, it is common that we hear that after they work with us, they're really doing well. So that's why we started Joymind, because we wanted people to find peace. That is the whole reason. And that's why I do it, because I understand that we adults become what we learned as children, because your subconscious mind rules your life, which is why people can drive and walk and use a knife and fork and, thank goodness, hold their cup and drink their coffee. Very important. The subconscious just knows how to do it. You don't have to think about how to walk. You just start walking. So whatever you learned as a child, if I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not deserving, I model my parents' relationships. If it was horrible, if somebody was cheating, everybody cheats. If the janitor, or I was bullied, whatever the story is, that is what taught you. I call it your storybook syndrome. That is where you learned who you are. Social media, your friends, you learn everything. So when that lives in the subconscious, it runs your life. That's who you are. So what we have to do is we have to teach your subconscious mind that that's just not true. You are not your past, and you're not a puppet to your past, and you are not what you were taught, and that you're a grown up, and now you get to decide what you want to do in life. Nobody else gets to decide that for you. And if you don't know, that's okay. We'll help you figure it out. But it's very different what the inner child learns and what the adult learns. And sometimes if you were lucky to have this perfect, wonderful life, it's great. But the thing with that is, then when you get older, something happens and you're just like a deer in headlights. That's going to take you down because you don't know how to deal with that. So it's a big conversation. But what I can tell you is that anything that is going on in your life, you learned as a child. It's like a dog. When you have a puppy, you teach that puppy. And when the puppy gets older, the puppy will be what you taught him or her.
Yeah. And so there's a reason why this all works. Like Rochelle said, this isn't just magic. There's science behind why we have so much success. So Joymind, as of now, has delivered more than 35,000 sessions already. 95% of clients who complete their program report improvement, which is insanely good results. It just shows that people are seeing legitimate outward improvement. So not just, okay, I feel a little bit more calm, but the people around them are noticing the difference. Their spouse is saying, I don't know, you just feel different. They're getting into less arguments. The people in their work are respecting them more. They just show up, walk with a level of confidence that they didn't have when they were crippled by anxiety and trauma and fear. So that's what's really something that we're very proud of, is when the outside world says, you just seem different. And that's why we have close to 1,000 5-star reviews. So if you want to take a look, you can get to know a little bit more about the different varieties of how we support clients, because there's just so much out there. And these are just some reviews that were posted in the last few days. So you can see some of these are just an hour ago, a few hours ago. Joymind really has that very visceral impact. When you work with us, you see and feel the changes very, very rapidly. Okay, so what does hypnotherapy help with, Rochelle?
Everything. Relationships, attachment disorders, right? Breakups, attracting someone you want, stress, anxiety, panic attacks, OCD, trauma, grief, smoking and vaping. Hypnotherapy is known to stop smoking and vaping. And if you are doing that, you need to stop. You got to stop. It's just done. It's stopped. It helps with any type of addiction, depending where we're at. Our consultations kind of weave into that, if we can help you or not with it. But if we can, we're really good at it. It helps your mindset, motivation, confidence, public speaking, fear, phobias, driving a car, crossing a bridge, People are afraid of all kinds of things. Flying, right? Weight loss. Stop the yo-yo dieting. Some people don't sleep well. They need to sleep. You got to sleep. We can help with that. Bugs, cats, dogs, procrastination, whatever is disturbing your peace, as long as I'll say you're not schizophrenic or something like that, because that's you would want a licensed therapist for that. You would. But anything that's disturbing your peace, most likely we can help you make yourself feel better. Even PTSD, I see OCD. I see a lot of things go here. Oh, 5 months ago, I stopped smoking weed. Oh, good. Good for you.
Yeah. So when you work with Joyminds, what we're going to do in a few minutes, we're going to do a group hypnosis. So that means that you're going to get an opportunity to relax, but I can't say this is going to be as personalized as you're going to have in a one-on-one setting. So when you work with somebody one-on-one, they're going to spend the first half of the session getting to know you. What are your challenges? How is your brain wired? What is this very secret language almost? What are the words that your brain registers as like, oh yeah, that's true, or that's not true? So everything Rochelle said may not resonate today, but if you're working one-on-one, she's going to use that language that your brain is using. You're going to get personally matched. So either whether it's Rochelle or 50 plus specialists, they're going to match you with somebody from our team. The program will be structured out with the exact number of sessions that you need. And every single time you're getting a recording, no matter what. And that's what's really cool. If you want, you don't have to, but you can listen to the recording in between your sessions. And that is what expedites your process.
So nice.
So there's a reason why our 95% success rate in those 8 to 12 sessions happens. The reason why people actually finish in 2 to 3 months is because they're showing up to their session and they're doing this subconscious work, which includes listening to the recordings maybe once or twice a week. That just is almost like being on a moving walkway. You are just expediting your transformation. Okay.
I love what Tammy said, Halai. Lord, I have half of what you're talking about. Welcome, Tammy. Welcome. I just saw that and had to comment.
Yeah, and it's true. If you're feeling yourself in all of these areas, no session or no program is going to just be one only. It's just very natural that you're going to touch on all these areas. And what my favorite is how sleep so effortlessly starts to change when you clear the fear and trauma. So I'm going to leave this booking link here. This will be available to you throughout the session. This is to get a consultation directly with one of our program experts. This is a normal, regular human, not a robot, that's going to talk to you and understand what you're going through, what you need, and what is the plan that's going to get you to those results. So you're here for a reason. I know you want to feel better, and you're going to get some relief today. But this next step, this consultation, is really what's going to give you that light. Okay, there's a solution. There is a path forward where I don't have to live in this suffering any longer. So I will leave that there for you, and we'll have it available towards the end of the call as well. But let's talk a little bit more again, why hypnosis works. What is the subconscious mind?
So 12% of your mind is the conscious mind, right? It's where your logic, willpower, reasoning, it all lives there. That is why when you say, I'm going to go to the gym because I really want to go, you don't go. It's why people say, oh, well, I'm going to stop eating chocolate or potato chips, whatever it is. And you stop for a while and then you do it again. It's called yo-yo dieting. Whatever it is, you're going to make this decision that you're going to do something or not do something. And it sounds pretty good when you make it. And oh, you're sure. And you're really going to do it, but you don't. And here is why. Because the subconscious, which rules your life, makes up 88% of your mind. It rules your life. And I mean, I've had people that growing up, her money didn't have, her parents didn't have money. So a lot of times they didn't get to eat. But there was candy on top of the freezer, on the refrigerator. And when the parents would go to sleep, she'd get the candy and she would hide under her bed and eat it. She was hungry. And when she grew up as an adult, guess what she liked to eat? Candy. Because that was her safe place. That was how she wanted to eat. She knew it wasn't good for her. She had a lot of money, actually, so she could eat what she wanted. She had her refrigerator full of food. But the subconscious likes the knowns, even if it's not good. It runs your life. So we went in and we changed the perception of the subconscious mind and taught her that if she wants candy, she can have it. But we had to help the inner child and the adult self understand that right now, everything is fine. Everything is fine. So we had to create new neural pathways so the old pathways that weren't healthy didn't respond anymore, right? So we work with the 88%, and this is why you keep repeating patterns. You know, Einstein says a definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. It's the subconscious. And if I'm not mistaken, Holly, Einstein was hypnotized. Am I right? Yeah, he did hypnotherapy. So this is why it works. So you can go talk to somebody for the rest of your life. But new studies have shown that what you're doing is you are strengthening the neural pathways, the knowns, even if they're not helping in the subconscious mind, by talking about it. Sorry about those balloons. I don't know how they get there. Over and over and over and over again. And we don't want that. No, 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 no. We want you to think differently so you can go live your life in peace. Mm-hmm. So we create those new neural pathways. We do not strengthen the old ones. They're not good. Why would you do that? Right? So that's the 88%.
Right. And so if you are perhaps somebody that's new to hypnotherapy, that's probably very common. A lot of us have never tried it. I'm actually curious, you can vote in the poll if you have already experienced it or this is new. But whether this is your first time or not, hypnotherapy is not new at all. This has been studied for 200 plus years. Like Rochelle said, Albert Einstein had used hypnosis. He understood the power of the subconscious mind and how effective it was going to be in helping expand his creativity. So if he was thinking one way over and over again, the power of hypnosis was able to let him see it differently, to open up to new ideas, new perspective. And that's really all it is. How can I see my life through a new lens? How can I believe that good is coming, that anything is possible, that I am worthy and deserving? Because a lot of people that are here today, if you are suffering, it is probably because there's a deep part of you that doesn't feel good enough. And that's very normal. That's very normal. If you grew up for whatever reason, hearing that you weren't good enough or thinking that you were always behind, then it is very natural to grow up and have these very self-sabotaging behaviors. So this is a very, very old modality. It's just that nowadays people are learning about the power of it. And it's actually incredibly effective to end your session with hypnosis rather than just talking about the bad, talk. As Rochelle says, you are just firing away those really negative neural pathways rather than changing it up at the end of the session, which is what we do. So 2 times of the day where you are very naturally experiencing hypnosis. So first thing in the morning, this morning, when you woke up, that little moment, I don't know if you had an alarm set where you kind of hear it, maybe it's integrated into your dream a little bit, you're not ready for the world. It's probably like 20 seconds of your day. That is a hypnotic state. So it's your mind is super suggestible then. And so what we're doing in hypnosis is we're stretching out that feeling. So if that 20 seconds of the day where you feel kind of soft and light and maybe you don't have the burden, the reality of the day hasn't set in yet, you know, the night before or the day before, the week before, or just life, your perception of life has not arrived yet. You know, maybe even when you want to kind of go back to dreamland, that little bit, that's hypnosis. And we can use it to put positive suggestions. So this is why it's so important. First thing in the morning, you don't wake up and start scrolling and seeing negativity, or you don't pick a fight with your partner right before bed, because these things cement into the brain. But now you have the power to use it. Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to give you 2 things to do. When you wake up in the morning, I want you to do this. I like that. You're not going to look at something you don't like and say, I like that. No. Don't do that. You're just going to say the words, I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Before you go to bed, you're going to say, I like that. I like that. I like that. Because in our dreams, the deepest part of the psyche are going to be thinking positive. And then you're going to wake up positive. I like that. I like that. I like that. Again, don't look at something you don't like and say you like it. Just say, I like that. And this is what's going to happen. Something you would normally not like, my case was a palm tree, yet I live in California. All of a sudden, I like these palm trees. I think they're very cool trees. I think they're quite beautiful, actually. Now, if I'm saying that, I really did not like the palm tree. And there's so many things, like my coffee table is usually perfect, but when it isn't, I like that because it looks like someone used one of the books that I have on it. I like that in the morning and at night. And the other thing, I want you to start paying attention, because now you're going to start noticing a lot of red cars on the road. You're going to be shocked by how many red cars there are on the road. But you know what all this is teaching you? That when you focus on something, belief at its experience, so be careful what you focus on. And when you focus on something, which is what we do at a very intense level of the subconscious mind, you don't have to do anything. We do it all. That's what's so nice about it. You just sit back and rest. But the thing is that I want to bring this to your attention. I like that you're focusing on something positive, and you're now focusing on, you're seeing red cars, and it's teaching you in your subconscious, when I focus on something, belief at its experience, right? Did I see something about a Mustang? I drive a red Mustang. Great, Robert. There's number one. There we go. See, now you're going to see more red cars. But remember those things and really do the I like that, because I can tell you that little thing really helped me in my life.
I really have done that practice. So this is not a new one for me. I've been able to practice it for a little while, and it does really make a difference, especially when you're already in a crummy mood. You especially have to do it on those days, and it does work.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what is hypnosis versus what is it not? This is also a huge factor, because many people have these preconceived notions of what it's going to feel like. And it's not as dramatic as people think it is.
No. So it's not a stage show. The hypnotherapist that does a stage show knows how to look for somnambulist. So some of the things that you see can happen, but most of it is not real. People get up on the stage and it's weird. They feel under pressure where they have to do it. A lot of these college kids will get up and just, they think it's funny and they do it, but it's not what you think it is. It is. And believe me, I've studied it. It's not what you think it is. Okay. Nobody can make you do something that you don't want to do. So I always say to my daughter, the day you want to get married, we're taking him to a stage show. And if he gets up and takes off all his clothes, we can go, I see what's going on. Where I'm going to tell you all about him. I'm going to just watch and tell you. Okay. It's not television where you see the psychiatrist hypnotizing his patient to go commit crimes. If that happened, you call the police. And B, it's never going to happen because nobody's going to do that. And C, it's not going to happen because you are ethical and you would know, why would I go commit a crime? So we can't tell you to do something that you would never do in a million years. I mean, it's crazy. If you wanted to tell me to go swim in the ocean and I'd be okay, I would look at you like, no, I don't want to swim in the ocean. It doesn't work for me. It's not going to happen. I just don't want to, right? It just really depends on what you want. If you wanted to tell me to go sleep at night, I'm going to go sleep at night because I know that's something I really want to do. Okay. So is it mind control? No, because we can't control your mind. You control your mind. We figure out what you want so that we can take you to where you want to go. And even if you're not sure about it, you're working with very professional people. That I can tell you. We'll get into that later. They're going to know how to help you figure out what you want. What we do know is whatever you no longer want to do, that's what you want. You don't want to do it anymore. Okay. You can get stuck in it. Not happening. You're not going to get stuck in it. It is not true. It's just not true. You just open your eyes. Only weak-minded people can be hypnotized. And I always get upset with this, and I've done this many times. Halai and I are not weak-minded. We are absolutely not weak-minded. And we are still hypnotized. It doesn't mean that we might be thinking when we're hypnotized, oh, did we lock the door? Did we blow out the candle? Why is a dog barking? And then all of a sudden we're relaxed and calm and relaxed. And oh, we're totally hypnotized. I'm totally in and out and in and out when I'm hypnotized. I get hypnotized every week. I just do it because I think it's healthy, right? We are not weak-minded people. We will never be weak-minded people, and that is not true. You black out like sleep. Okay, well, when you're sleeping, you're not blacking out. So I don't know where that's coming from. But if you drink too much, you're going to black out. And then you're binge drinking, and I'm not even going to talk about that. Go speak to a doctor that works in the ER department at the hospital, and they'll tell you what they think. You're not blacking out. It is not true. Your hypnotherapy is just a heightened state of awareness. And you close your eyes and you're in and out and in and out, and everything is fine. In fact, yesterday I was hypnotized and I was told that, I loved it, that if you try to open your eyes, you can't. They're stuck together. And I thought about this and I thought, I told you about that, yesterday, who I worked with. And it was so funny because my eyes didn't want to open. They weren't stuck, but I get what he was saying. They didn't want to open, but I said, okay, Rochelle, if you really want to open your eyes, go ahead. But then I said, you know what? I don't want to open my eyes. I'll just keep them closed. But what was interesting is that they felt like, oh, they're really closed. Oh, I'm not going to open them the way he said it. It was really fascinating. But oh, trust me, I had to open my eyes. I mean, I was going to open my eyes just to prove that I could, but I knew that I could. So why wouldn't I do it? Right. So I just enjoyed that. Oh, wow. I can't open my eyes. It was fabulous. That's how powerful hypnotherapy is.
And all you have to do is want to get better. Say, okay, I can choose to open my eyes to prove him wrong, or I can choose to let this work for me and see what happens after that. I also just want to acknowledge one person I see. I think Elisa has commented, oh, I'm enrolling in this treatment at a later stage, retirement. I hope it's not too late for me to live the abundant life that I desire. I really love this comment here because one, it's never too late. But we actually had somebody, I was looking in our books, that's 91 that just signed up yesterday. You know, there is no too late. There's no, at any point in life, you can decide, I want to feel good and I want to enjoy however many days that I have left on this earth.
That's right.
It's so unknown. None of us know when that final day is. But if I want to say, I choose to live these X number of days in peace and joy, then I get to have that. So thank you, Elisa, for bringing this up.
Yeah, I love that too. Big time. I'm one of those people, by the way, but I'm not 91. So yes. Yet. I'm not 91 yet.
Not yet. Yes.
That's right.
So if you work with Joymind, you're going to work with a bank, like quite literally close to 50 now, actually certified hypnotherapists. And it's very, very rigorous, the hiring process for us. So we have hundreds of people that apply to work with Joymind, but we only select the top who are certified and qualified to support you. So you're going to get matched on the consultation. And I have that button there. So when you click that button, you'll be able to speak with a program expert, and they're going to understand what is your background, what are your religious preferences. Maybe you're a structured person, maybe you're very intuitive, maybe you prefer somebody that likes to have a plan, or maybe you are somebody that's very go with the flow. All of these factors make a difference in the person that you're going to be matched with. And if for any reason that first match is not the right fit, we always provide a free rematch. And I think that's one of the best parts of the program, is that there's no pressure for this to be the one. You know, when you work with a random person, there is a lot of pressure because you make that investment and you hope that they work. But with Joymind, you have this bank, and then you have a dedicated success coach. So she'll check in with you after your first session, before your first session as well. And how did it go? Did we like it? Did it feel uncomfortable? Was it awkward at all? Those are normal feelings. And if for any reason this person isn't your person, we're going to listen to see how can we make it better. And so that's what's really cool about the matching process. But most importantly is the certification. And this is where Rochelle has been a real stickler on. We only hire from one program, the oldest and largest college of hypnotherapy in the US, established in 1968. So let's talk a little bit about the standard Joymind hypnotherapist versus any hypnotist that claims to be able to provide.
Lisa, I like that. Look at her lie. I like that. Makes me smile. So we only work with people that go to the first accredited school in the country, and Dr. John Kappas put hypnotherapy on the map. And the reason he's so wonderful, I've gone through his program. You don't work with this company unless you've gone through this program. It's 2 years. Is because he taught that everybody thinks differently. So you can't hypnotize somebody the same way. Everyone's different, right? One's an analytical, an extrovert, an introvert. People are different. So what he taught was, how does the mind take in information? And what we do is we say, okay, this is how this person takes in information. So we have certain modalities that we use so that we can help them relax at a deeper state. And the subconscious mind is going to listen. Robert, your brain is not broken. It's just asking for help. Okay. It remembers, believe it or not, what peace feels like. We just have to help you find that. So you go to this program for 2 years and you have supervision and mentorship. Um, we don't bring people in that went and studied for a weekend and call them a hypnotherapist, or 2 weeks or 6 months. We don't care. You're going to go study, and then they have to, we had to go work with a lot of people, and you have somebody watching over your shoulder to make sure that you're doing a good job. And then you have to go get certain more certifications at HMI. You have to, 720 hours is in 1 year, by the way, right? That's not the second year. It's just really amazing. You have to jump through hula hoops, but there's so many modalities that have been proven to work, and they teach you those. And let me tell you, it takes a village to raise a child. So when you come to this company, firstly, any hypnotherapist you've worked with had to go through Halai. And I always say this, you don't want to be interviewed by Halai. It's really hard. But and I'm very grateful, my partners and I, there's 3 of us, are very, very grateful that Halai is here, because she takes care of us. And she watches this company like an eagle. No one gets through these gates unless she approves of them. And she's just, I'm sorry, you're ruthless. But that's good. We want you to be, because she's helping all of you. And she doesn't want to take the chance that we bring in someone that shouldn't be doing this. So we're very, very careful. But there's customer service. Unless you're the largest company, which we are. I mean, maybe if you're smaller, that's okay. But we have people that can help you with Zoom, because we do everything by Zoom from the comfort of your own home. So when you've been out all day and you come into your house, you're like, I'm home. And you have your cup of tea. I personally have my coffee right now, and you're going to relax, and we're going to hypnotize you, and you're going to feel so comfortable. And we're going to record the hypnotic part of the session. And then it goes into our really cool portal where all your recordings are. So you can find them anytime you want. They last there forever. And then you rest when you're done, so you don't have to jump off and get in a car and find your way back home in the traffic. And if you have to go to work, you go to work. It's incredible. And if you need help with anything, electronically or anything, we have customer service. And like I said, if the person you met with in the beginning, you're not quite jiving with, it's cool.
Yeah.
You can go to somebody else. We'll help you. So you're in a lot of hands, Joymind hands, that are here to serve.
Mm-hmm.
When you serve others, you are then served. And there is nobody in this company that is not here from the bottom of their hearts to help you. That I know. I hope there's a very long-winded.
Yeah, I see there's a lot of people that have said they are ready. So there's a lot of value that you've gotten from the questions answered so far. So let's get a little bit of a taster in for those who still have questions, or even those who are, I don't even know if I'm ready, but I'm listening. I'm here. We're going to start with some hypnosis now. So if you can recline back wherever you are, wherever you're comfortable, this is the perfect place. So if you are on your bed, maybe you prop up a little bit so you're not fully in sleep mode. You want to differentiate between sleep and hypnotic relaxation. If you have headphones, go ahead and put those on right now. That'll help you get a more immersive experience, really tune out the outside world. If you're driving, you're definitely not partaking in this, but if you can, pull over, relax. There's a lot of people that do their sessions in their car. Everybody has a level of like comfort and safety in their car. So recline back, put those headphones on, and you don't need to do anything. So you don't need to pay super close attention or do a really good job. This is an opportunity to relax and receive what Rochelle provides. So you don't need to be good at hypnosis. You just get to receive it.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Yeah, there's no right, there's no wrong. Okay. So everybody go ahead and close your eyes. And starting now, there is no right, there is no wrong. In every count, you're going to feel more calm and relaxed and calm. Letting go and releasing, releasing and letting go. Starting from 1, you can feel the room around you. 2, the surface beneath you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, going back down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Letting go and releasing. Releasing and letting go. Sinking deeply, calmly and soundly into the surface beneath you. Just letting go. Just letting go. Now what I want you to do is visualize, picture, pretend. There's a beautiful light hovering over your head. There's nothing to see, there's nothing to do, just relax. And that light is guiding you. It is where your higher self lives. Maybe the light is from the sun, which will rise and set each and every day to remind you that it's there. It's there. Sometimes we can't see the light, but I'm telling you, it's there. It's there. So the sun will rise and the sun will set each and every day to remind you it's there. In fact, when you light, put on a light in your house or light a candle, it's there. It's there. It's a reminder. And actually that light is within you. So allow that. Just think about that to hover over your forehead and over your eyes. While your eyes are closed, look down. There's nothing to see, there's nothing to do, just relax. Allow it to hover over your face. Your jaw relaxes, your teeth separate. The more your jaw relaxes, the more your teeth separate. The more your teeth separate, the more your jaw relaxes. Allow the light to travel over your mouth, and this is when you choose to. You stop the chatter. And when you stop the chatter, the catastrophizing, the tornado, then you can go into the higher self and find that clarity and that calm and that relaxation. Allow that beautiful golden light to travel down through your throat. You may feel the need to swallow, and that's okay. And allow it to hover over your shoulders. And this is where we hold on to the weight of the world. We hold on to the weight of the world. Go ahead and let all that go, because I can guarantee this. I don't like to guarantee anything, but I can guarantee you a lot of what you're holding on to, you don't need to. I mean, how can any of us hold on to the weight of the world or what we perceive it to be? Last time I checked, we're all human. So go ahead and let it go. Into the chair and onto the floor, releasing and letting go and releasing. Into the chair and onto the floor, releasing and letting go and releasing. Into the chair and onto the floor, releasing and letting go and releasing. You're not holding on to that anymore because you don't need to. And I want you to notice that your shoulders, they drop. And oh, it feels so nice. Allow the light to travel down through your arms, your hands, and your fingertips. Notice seeing maybe one hand is heavier than the other. So very, very, very heavy. You don't even want to lift it up because you don't need to. You don't need to. So you let it go now. And it's so nice just to let go. Just take a break. It's nice to take a break. Allow the light to travel throughout your back and over your heart. And this is where you know what you know, what you know, what you know. You are worthy, you are deserving, and you belong. You always have. And it doesn't matter. You're going to choose how you're going to think about the situation you're in. And you are going to know that it doesn't matter how you fall down, it matters how you get up. And all you have to do is take the next step and trust the light will find you. More good things are coming, because I know there were some good things in the past. Well, you know there were good things in the past, so you're going to have more good things. Just let go. Just letting go. You are worthy and deserving by just being born. You don't need anyone to approve of you, validate you, money. None of that makes you who you are. You are a kind, loving being, a child of the universe that belongs here. Allow that beautiful golden light to travel down through your legs, your thighs, your knees, your shins, and allow it to puddle around your feet, lighting the path before you, knowing that you're on the right path. You always have been. You always have been. Everything is fine. It's all okay. Letting go and releasing and letting go. It's all okay. I want you to walk on the path, and you're going to notice ahead of you there's a fork in the road. And I want you to walk on the opposite side of the path, because you are no longer on the same path. You are going to do something differently than you did before. Maybe many things actually, but you're doing them differently. See what you see. Hear what you hear, feel what you feel. Things are changing. And you're standing up tall. Your shoulders are back. You're facing the sun, knowing your shadows have fallen behind you. They became your fuel to thrive, and they are illuminated by the light. Now, every time you hear my voice, you may notice that you feel more calm and relaxed and calm. I like that. Oh, I like that. And I don't know, you might hear me sometimes in the middle of the day. Something I said in the last few minutes maybe got your attention, and you may hear it. You may hear it. More good things are coming. So I'm going to count to 5, and when I get to 5, your eyes will be awake and you'll remember everything I've said. Starting from 1, you can feel the room around you. to the surface beneath you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eyes wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eyes wide awake.
All right, welcome back. So without thinking too much, let's put one word into the chat. What is one word that is coming through right now that maybe you heard in that hypnosis or that you feel in this moment? Relieved. I love that. Yeah. Fine. That's good. Love, gratitude, empowered, calm. Beautiful. And so I'm also adding in this handout. This is a downloadable document that helps you break down all the different ways that you might be self-sabotaging. So these are often, what Rochelle said, ways that as an adult or as a child, you learn these habits, and we adults become what we learned as children. So that means that there are things that are now affecting your adult life. And so see if you can find yourself, identify what is my childhood pattern and how is it affecting me so deeply today. So take a look over that, and we're gonna start opening up to some questions for anybody who put those in the chat. We'll start scanning through to see what questions are still coming up. Good, relax, beautiful. Okay. All right, Michelle, do you see any? There was a question that jumped out to you?
I am looking. I've tried at least Robert saying.
Someone here says, am I a good candidate if I'm also doing CBT and EMDR as well?
Yes, you are. And the reason why is because what we can do is take what you're learning and put it into the subconscious mind so it gets like a this, and that it works faster. Right? Because I love those modalities that you're using, but I also know that it's important to put all that in the subconscious mind. And I have to tell you, a lot of times we do, we're an adjunct, right? So we will often, what's what I'm looking for? We will add to whatever you're doing. We will add and strengthen that. So yes, it would be very, very, very good. And did I hear cognitive behavior therapy, CBT? I think I did.
Yeah,
that
CBT
is a lot of hypnotherapy. Yeah, we do that in hypnotherapy. That's a lot of what hypnotherapy is. So it's a very good match. It's a very good match.
Okay, what else?
EMDR is really good, but yeah, EMDR is very, very good. But what we would do is help you see the positive. Reframe the negative to the positive. It's all about reframing.
Yeah. And I see, OCD will also get to that, but I do have one individual that I would love to bring on. So we have Lisa, who is a Joymind program expert. So she's somebody that you're going to speak with directly when you book your consultation, but she's also a client. She's somebody who's done hypnotherapy herself and has definitely lived in both worlds, both on the other side here today to speak, and also somebody who's been a client herself. So I'd love for Lisa to share a little bit about what brought her here and just what happens when you get a chance to speak with her directly.
Thank you, Halai. Thank you so much, Rochelle. I did the hypnosis, and so I'm a wee bit relaxed right now. So thank you so much for that. And everybody, thank you so much for joining us. I really look forward to getting to know you. I thought I would share a little bit about what brought me to doing hypnotherapy and to Joymind. I had been undiagnosed with Lyme disease for over 20 years. And if you've ever heard of Lyme disease, it mimics a number of other diseases. And so people live in a mystery for a while trying to figure out what in the world is wrong with them. And so for me, it was rheumatoid arthritis, cluster, also known as suicide headaches, because they're so bad that people in their lives.
Wow.
And sleep deprivation, of course, led to then me losing everything. I lost my business, my career, my marriage, put a huge strain on all my relationships. And because of all the pain that I was in, I was sleep deprived for many, many years. So of course that caused anxiety and depression. When I finally realized that I had Lyme disease, and started to get past some of the diseases that I had been diagnosed with, I was left with a big, huge mess. And that was a lot of guilt, anxiety, depression, and I just didn't know a way out. I did all sorts of therapy, which for me was just rehashing the past over and over. I started really studying about the subconscious mind, and that's when I learned about hypnotherapy. And I thought, you know, talk therapy's not working. The meds weren't working. I couldn't even become a drug addict if I tried. The meds were just not really helping me. And so I gave hypnotherapy a try, and I'm going to try not to cry. I was able to release the guilt and the shame. None of that was my fault, but I felt really guilty about losing the family business and losing the marriage and everything that it did to my family. But hypnotherapy, it was like just going in and doing a system reboot, because I had a whole lot of crud running on in my mind. And I mean, I lost my car, you guys. I lost everything. And that didn't feel good. But hypnotherapy, it just flat out works. Now I have a wonderful job with Joymind. I didn't have a job. I couldn't work. Now I am, I'm going to try not to cry. I get to talk to people every single day and learn what they're going through. We all have our stuff. We all have levels of trauma. And you might think that yours is not as bad as someone else's, but it's yours. And mine was mine. And now I feel worthy again. I don't sleep the days away. I was sleeping my days away to try and escape. And so now I get to listen to other people's stories. I get to talk to people all day long. And I can't wait to talk to you, because what I do is listen to what you're going through, and then I match you with one of these amazing hypnotherapists. And I love it then when I get to read later about their success stories. And know that I had something to do with that. So I can't wait to get on some conversations with you, find out what you're struggling with, and let you know that hypnotherapy is the next best thing to the magic wand, I tell you. I'm out of bed now, and I am thriving. I have a car now. I have a wonderful job. I have a wonderful boyfriend. My relationship with my ex is just fine now. My relationship with my kids are good again. And I'm no spring chicken either. And so it can happen for you too. So Halai, was there anything else you wanted me to share? Or
I feel like that's so complete. Like I love every time you share,
that
Lisa.
too.
Yeah, and she does. This is the version of you that we also get in our inside meetings as well. This is not the Lisa for the outside world. Like you very honestly have shared these stories with us in our groups, and it's really beautiful every time you share, because I know you love what you do. Like you genuinely push people to say you don't need to suffer anymore. I get it, but that's enough. It's time. You're here. You're in the right place.
I have to go. I have a client. Lisa, thank you. You know I adore you.
I know, and I adored you. Thank you so much, Rochelle.
Like
What a
so
treat.
great.
What a
It's
treat.
pleasure. It's a pleasure. Alai,
Thank you,
nice
Lisa.
to see you.
Yes, you too. Thank
And
you very much,
everybody,
Rochelle.
thank you. Ciao.
And
You
thank
guys
you,
are in a
Lisa.
treat to talk to
I
Lisa.
left her booking link is right there. So you'll speak directly with Lisa, nobody else. And she will give you that 15% off coupon. So if you want to work with, you don't even have to work with Rochelle. You really, if you want to work with anybody, you'll get that extra 15% off of your program. She'll answer questions that are more personal because I know we have only so much time today. But thank you so much, Lisa. It's so good to have you. I think you really helped.
Okay. Bye, everybody. I can't wait to meet you personally.
Thank you. See you all. Thank you. Have a beautiful rest of your afternoon. And thank you for